Hey guys, and welcome back to Series 2, Episode 13 of the house renovations.
I just wanted to start off today's video by saying thank you yet again for coming over and watching our videos, liking our videos, subscribing to our channel, commenting on our videos. It really does mean so much to both me and Holly that you watch these videos, because basically at the end of the day, we're just two people who have no idea what we're doing, creating kind of DIY house renovation, house build videos.
We make it up as we go along, basically.
We don't really know what we're doing, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far.
And so far, so good, I would say. But personally, this video you're about to watch is a really exciting one for us.
So I just had to click the camera on now because we have just done something rather exciting. You could probably tell what we've actually done or what we're about to announce right now, because I've probably named the video something to do with what Holly's about to say.
We've just ordered a kitchen!
We were going to do it the weekend, but now it's Monday. I was like, it has to be done today. So we've done it. We've decided.
It is from IKEA. We've ordered an IKEA kitchen, but we don't have any appliances, so we've still got all of that to go through.
But hey, we've basically ordered like 70% of the kitchen. The appliances we can order whenever, because they can just basically slot into the kitchen.
Yeah, and you will have a lot of furniture to build.
I know, I did just realise that because IKEA is going to be flat pack. But hey, it's ordered and it's now on its way to our house. So when we ordered the kitchen on Monday evening, we really weren't expecting a quick delivery. Today's Thursday morning, 2.5 days later after we placed the order, and I've just had a message now saying that your IKEA delivery is coming today between 10 AM and 2 PM. That's 2.5 days later from placing the order. Well, it's not the full kitchen. The full kitchen isn't turning up today. It's turning up like randomly over the next couple of weeks. But like half of the kitchen is turning up in like an hour's time. And I'm hoping that the rain stops when the delivery turns up, because we're gonna have like, I don't know, 40 different IKEA boxes turning up and it's pouring down with rain, and I don't particularly want to leave them outside. Oh yes, and I thought I would just mention as well that we've now kind of rearranged the lounge ever so slightly since the last video, and you can probably see what we've done here. Or what we've done is spun the sofa around 90 degrees, so it's now got its back onto the white wall, and the blue chair and the lamp and things which were on this side and the coffee table has now been moved over to this side of the room. And I really feel like this kind of feels a little bit better, and it feels a little bit more like a lounge, a little bit more like a snug, and it just kind of works a little bit better. And one thing that I really like is when I sit on the sofa, I now have a really nice view looking straight down the garden. And yes, unfortunately it's pouring down with rain, so it doesn't look exactly great outside, but it does look really, really nice whilst you're sat on the sofa. You got your coffee table and stuff here. It just looks really, really nice. But you might be wondering, why do we move everything away from this wall? Because we have like half of the kitchen turning up any minute now, the new kitchen to be is basically going to be piled up with all of those boxes, and we've got to build the actual kitchen itself. Because it's an IKEA kitchen, the actual cabinets come flat pack, like everything from IKEA. Normally if you buy a kitchen from an actual kitchen company, the cabinets normally come like pre-assembled, but because it's an IKEA one, we've got to assemble it ourselves. So basically this whole room here is just going to be filled with boxes and flat pack furniture and stuff. So we need to move the dining table out, and we're basically going to be putting that over onto this side of the wall over there, which basically is going to free up this room in here. I still haven't built the barbecue yet, so I've still got to stack this box somewhere. where do we even begin with all of that? Okay, so we have just spent about an hour going through every single item in this delivery, and as you can see, there is a lot of items. But we're going to be having about 4 deliveries over the next couple of weeks or a month, which is going to include everything. So the delivery that has turned up today doesn't actually have everything we thought was going to be coming today. And the reason why it's taken us so long is because it's IKEA. It's basically like just long numbers on everything, and everything is individual, from say the hinges to the drawers to the shelves to every single kind of individual item is an individual item. It doesn't come all boxed together. So Holly has basically just wrote down every single item that we should be having, all of like the long IKEA numbers and the names of everything. So we've now kind of cross-referenced the delivery that has turned up and started ticking things off. And as you can see, there's lots of things on here that still aren't here on the actual delivery. And this actual delivery seems to be everything that is like inside of the kitchen. Like I said, it's the shelves and its hinges and its drawers. And I think we've only got about 4 actual cabinets, literally no door fronts or cupboard fronts or anything. So there's not really that much to build kitchen wise. It's just like the drawers and stuff. But I'm not going to be waiting a whole month for everything to turn up before I start building stuff. And to make it easier for ourselves, we've now decided to write on the actual box what the specific item is, because there's lots of items which are the same, like these two, but they go in 2 different places. Upside down.
Damn it.
So one thing that turned up today, which we thought would be pretty cool to show and to look at ourselves.
We've never seen this before.
We've not actually seen it, no. Typically the box is upside down.
Ta-da! This is the sink.
It's beautiful. This is one of the things, because we've been living in a pandemic with no shops open for many, many months, we just basically bit the bullet and ordered all of this kitchen, the whole kitchen, without actually physically seeing any of it. So
what could go wrong?
It's kind of scary because we don't really know what to expect. You just see literally one picture on the IKEA website.
Is that good? Oh!
Ta-da! How pimpin' is that? Don't know what else to say. Apart from...
It's a sink! The sink's go. It looks like it'll do the job.
That looks bang tidy. So we obviously chose a black sink. Oh, and also, I know what else turned up. Where is it?
The tap.
And again, we've only seen this online. It's quite a different shaped tap than a normal kitchen tap.
Tap's a tap, isn't it?
Kind of.
Oh.
Oh. So we've gone for a black tap. Well, it's pretty black. It's not as black as the bathroom ones.
Very nice.
So that will obviously go on top of here, and then the on-off is on this bit here. Normally they're like down there.
Water comes out.
Water comes out, but the thing is, which is kind of cool, we actually watched a video on this tap, as you do on YouTube. You watch reviews. And the good thing about this is when you use it and you turn the water off, you only drip water back into the tap, because the amount of times when you like, oh yeah, into the sink. And the amount of times you wash your hands and then you go to turn the tap off and you flick water like on the wall or like down the back of the sink. At least turning it on and off here, your drips
in the sink.
In the sink, Holly. Oh, it's gonna look so good. I'll tell you what.
Don't move that.
And as you can see, we have no plumbing. We have no water. We have no waste at the moment. Follow me. Right at the back of the room, can you see up there?
Not entirely, but kind of.
There's 2 pipes up there. That's the hot and cold water.
It needs to get to...
And it needs to get to under there, which then is the other side of where the sink's going. And also the wastewater will be coming out of here, then going around and then going back out over there. So to do that, everything in here has to come out because we need to get to all of that wall and everything.
You've got a month till the rest turns up.
Oh, pressure. We just got to put all this away and store
Put
it.
the tap away before you stand on it. I can see exactly what's going to happen.
But the trouble is like, where do we store all of this now? Whilst we're waiting for everything else to turn up.
Ta-da! So our first cabinet is in place, finally, and it looks massive.
It does look rather large.
Did you measure right?
Of course I measured right.
I had nothing to do with the measuring because I do not want to be responsible for it not fitting.
We've literally measured this kitchen about 5,000 times over the last 6 months. And now that first cabinet is in, you might be wondering, well, it kind of looks like it's not quite in the right place, but it does actually make sense there. Because we've got this alcove here, we spent a long time trying to work out, can we get cabinets to actually go in there? But what we've decided to do is have this corner cupboard, so this is the corner cupboard here, so the other cupboard is going to go that way, and also come along this way. When this gets put in properly, I will be kind of boxing this area out, so the worktop will go into this area, so we will utilize this space. And likewise with the top, there will be a top corner cupboard which will come down, I think it comes down to about this height here. So I'm just going to be boxing this area out here so the cupboard can go on, but this whole section here will still be open, which will give us a nice kind of extra bit of shelf, extra bit of countertop sort of area back there.
For the toaster.
For the toaster and Hollie's cookbooks.
And we're still trying to decide
Oh yeah.
on the worktops.
We have actually got one door. Out of all the stuff which got delivered, this is the door. So we've gone for a nice white high gloss door. It's still got the protective...
No, it's high gloss because of the film. It's actually matte.
Oh.
We've gone for matte.
This is why Hollie should do this section to the camera. So it's a matte white door.
Don't peel off yet.
No, but I'm just going to say matte white. Hello. You're not going to see that.
No, you're not.
What makes this so special, this is from IKEA, obviously, because everything's from IKEA for this kitchen. What makes this one so special is the actual white plastic coating, which is on this door, is actually made from recycled plastic bottles. So we wanted to basically be a little bit more eco-conscious in the kitchen. So that's why we went for this one, because it's made out of recycled plastic bottles. And that is the other reason why we wanted to go for a wooden worktop, is because we wanted it to be a bit more eco-friendly and not just put in, what's the other stuff? The other...
laminate.
Like laminate is obviously just like a plastic.
Yeah,
and
so
then,
this is going to be from sustainable wood as well.
yeah, sustainable, like real natural wood. So we're trying to do a little bit for the planet. So I built this cupboard without Hollie, and now we can't even take the stuff out of the box until Hollie has read through the instructions.
Well, there's not much reading, fortunately, in the IKEA.
Is it literally just like put sides on, put back on?
However, one of us has to have a hammer and one has to have a pencil behind the ear. Which one do you
normally
want?
have the pencil behind the ear. That is something which I do
he's
enjoy.
sad because he doesn't have his friend with his pencil.
So that is obviously the cupboard for the fridge. It's going to be an integrated fridge, but again, because loads of stuff isn't still here yet, we don't have the feet, so we can't actually put it in the right place.
Can't put it on the wall.
Can't put it on the wall because we don't have the feet. We can't put the shelves in because we don't actually have the fridge. We don't have the doors. Like I said, like not a lot is actually here, but we can now see where the fridge is going. And this is a 2 meter high fridge. We originally wanted a 2.4 meter fridge with cupboard above, but they were out of stock. So what we've done is got a 2 meter fridge. I'm going to be putting a 40 centimeter cupboard on top. which would look exactly the same as one unit, but we have to buy in 2 separate units. But saying that, we don't actually have the fridge cupboard on top. But the door, what we just showed you, is actually the door which will be on the cupboard, which goes on there. So now we can see the full height of what it's all going to look like. And it just fits in the room. It's going to be perfect. So I thought I would just take a second here to pause the video to explain something to you. I'm currently editing today's video, as you can see right here, and I've just realised a major mistake that I've made whilst measuring the kitchen, even though I literally just said that it's going to be the perfect fit. It's going to be perfect. Irony, I know. Anyway, I just wondered if any of you guys had realised up until this point the mistake that I have made. And if you have, let me know in the comment section below that you picked up the mistake before I've just realised while I was editing the video. Because I just explained in the video that we couldn't put the cupboard on the wall because we don't have the feet and then the cupboard to go above, which basically means that that whole cupboard section will be going up by about 4 inches, about 10 centimeters. It basically means that that whole cupboard section won't fit in the room because there's no room for it to go up even more because of the ceiling. And I can't believe that I didn't realize this whilst we actually measured the kitchen. Even when I spoke about it in the clip just before, I didn't even realize it. We don't have the feet, so we can't actually put it in the right place.
Can't put it on the wall.
Can't put it on the wall because we don't have the feet. But now I'm editing it, you can see I'm annoyed. I'm a little bit annoyed that I hadn't realised this before, but it's not actually that much of an issue. I think what we're going to do is just not put the cupboard on top of the fridge, and then we can put it up and I can put some shelves in around. There's a workaround. It's okay, there's a workaround. I've just got to convince myself that it's okay, and hopefully that's literally the only mistake that we have made whilst measuring the kitchen. I say we when I measured the kitchen.
I had nothing to do with the measuring because I do not want to be responsible for it not fitting.
Famous last words of me saying that I measured the kitchen 5,000 times. We literally measured this kitchen about 5,000 times over the last 6 months, and it's going to be a perfect fit. It's going to be perfect. Anyway, enough of all that, back to the video.
So these cupboards will be running along here and finish about here. And then these ones are obviously stepped back to utilise the alcove space, which will hopefully create a feeling of, well, more space.
And actually, one of the original ideas, what we were going to do is not put the fridge there and have a breakfast bar come out.
It's going to be a breakfast bar.
But we decided completely against that.
That's a good idea now.
And also, this area here is probably going to be
my favourite
Hollie's
after the dog bed. This will be the coffee station.
And one thing that Hollie didn't mention just a second ago when she said about the cupboards going straight along here is that this will be bricked up. There won't actually be a hole here. So when it's all bricked up, it will be painted all over, and we will be keeping this white brick as this sort of splashback around the cooker, because what we have an induction hob.
Yep, that's
the induction hob will be here, so this will all be nice and exposed brick, which should keep the kind of characteristics of an old cottage, but with our kind of modern twist that we're kind of adding to the house.
I've got a question. Do you know what this is? Because people usually use them when they want to measure accurately.